You're watching the SEC on ESPN. For the first time in 2 weeks, the 10th-ranked Oklahoma Sooners are back home at the Lloyd Noble Center, where they are 11-2 this season. They'll try to stop a mini two-game slide against the Florida Gators team that has found some momentum, having strung together back-to-back wins at home in Gainesville. It is Go Red for Women's Cardiovascular Health Night tonight in Norman, and only the third time that Oklahoma wears the crimson uniforms at home since 2013. Reagan Beers jumps it for Oklahoma, and Miara O'Neal will jump for the Gators. Referees Tiffany Bird, Timothy Daly, and Demoya Pugh, and Oklahoma has the first look against a man-to-man defense for the Gators. Patient possession into the All-American Reagan Beers, who muscles her way in for two, and a foul against Katarina Piatti.
Terrific at creating contact. Those are two in particular you got to keep off the line.
Inbound turnover as it bounds to Zaya Van. Pull up and pop, drops, 6-0 Sooner start. Williams.
Yeah, that's two straight possessions that McGill's been able to get downhill.
Into Beers. 2 trips inside, 2 buckets for the Sooners. Into Beers. 2 trips inside, 2 buckets for the Sooners.
What Oklahoma wants to do a better job of tonight is ball reversal, swinging it from side to side as McGill.
McGill had to reach out and grab that one. She's guarded by Williams, and Oklahoma, it's going to be a team effort defensively. That one splashed home. We saw Jade Weathersby knocking him down from the corner like that and shoot around. McGill stopped and then passed inside to Ezekiel, kind of baited the defense, and it's taken away by Keziah Lofton. She goes end to end and has it blocked. Swatted by Reynolds. Lofton back up and in, though. They don't get the defensive side.
Well, she's got that part down.
Late shot clock here. Minduti putting it on the deck and scoring. The mid-range baseline falls.
Verhulst, they are playing such heavy minutes. Probably need to get them a little bit more of a rest throughout these games. It's just been such a hard grind as you enter the last third of the conference season.
McGill, count the bucket and a foul.
Well, McGill can get a shot anytime she wants. Just about anywhere she can get to her spots. Literally can carry an offense.
Flashing free but missing in there is DeZecco, but it works out as Ezekiel is there to pick it up and put it in. That was a gift for gift.
To continue to make tonight. This is great multiple effort possession. There's Ezekiel right there. There's some contact. And able to finish it right here.
Hard drive, and McGill attacks and scores 2 more.
I mean, just the blow by right there, and goes right by Zaya Van, who is a very good.
This is who you want to have it if you're Florida. But McGill gives it up, and the Gators turn it over. Lofton ahead of the pack. Verhulst found her, and the Sooners close within 4. Verhulst plays on with 2 fouls here in this second quarter. Jenny Baranczyk certainly trusts her, and it goes to Culleton. I don't know how she got that up. There was about 3 players surrounding her.
Boy, great job right there.
Miscommunication here, but it works out as Lofton winds up with it. Puts it right back up and in, padding the rebounding stats. Chavez and McGill head to head. McGill launches a 3 with Culleton flying at her, buries it. When it becomes great, and it will given McGill's work ethic, the word is unguardable. And she's pretty unguardable now. She lobs it up top. Easy lay-in on the backside for Reynolds.
Like on that play right there, I mean, you're going to probably get that flagrant one call. That was a good job by this officiating crew.
McGill,
wow.
Tough angle there. Snuck that against a good defender in Williams.
And from about 22 feet. Now here's the one before. I mean, that's just a tough shot right there. Williams did a pretty good job for Oklahoma City. Good drop step. Doesn't allow her to completely turn the corner, but that's just an elite offensive player making a tough.
This is an 8-0 run for Florida. Factor in the upgraded foul. McGill in and out. Weathersby back up and in. 10-point lead for Florida on the road.
We don't know what else to say. I mean, the turnovers are killing Florida. The difference is when Florida hasn't turned it over, they've been getting much better looks offensively.
Weathersby lines up a 3 that's good. Stewart, a pretty decent look that doesn't fall. Williams powers that one up and in.
Which usually lends to her getting to the foul line more. So we'll see if that possession right there gets her going offensively.
Leads the SEC in free throw shooting at 90%. And look at Reynolds twisting. And there it is.
Chad.
The lob to O'Neal. It's good. I imagine they will check it. But the Gators got exactly what they wanted on the inbound.
You called it right there.
First half for the Gators.
Yeah, there's a screen from McGill on Culleton.
Oh, yeah, that's easy.
Well, what a big play. Continued momentum. Outside, if you can get in a true high-low situation where you have space and you've taken out the built-in weak side help. Entering the ball on the corner, assuming she can get her defender up the floor a little bit.
Patiently waiting, but then turning it over. 3-on-1 for the Sooners. Zaya Van pops and drops one. 3 minutes in, a slow start both ways. Oklahoma 4-2 here in the third quarter. O'Neal launches one and drills it.
Smooth right there from O'Neal. It's been playing so great, especially here about the last 3 or 4 games.
Zaya Van answers for the Sooners. Beers gives Chavez a little rub. Nice handoff inside, and Beers completes the play.
Was by 2 defenders. Nice little play right there, dumped to Beers.
Reynolds angles around Williams, and a foul. Foul trouble for Oklahoma. Williams and Verhulst each with 3. Williams stays on the floor, and it doesn't matter as that one's dropped down by DeZecco.
We talked about going down the back part of the rotation for Florida, stepping up and making some offensive plays today.
Beers gets free and lays that one up and in. It's an 11-point game.
Beers just has those 2 fouls.
Oklahoma wanting to push off the miss. Zaya Van likes the look. Chavez bats it into Stewart for 2.
Great job keeping McGill in front right there. This is Oklahoma's last basket. Van misses. How about that touch pass from Chavez? Oklahoma's got a little life right now.
Chavez off a Beers screen, rips it. Indecision from Reynolds and a steal by Van. She'll fire the other way. It's good. And Oklahoma's rolled back within 3. Van to Stewart. Pinned McGill on the baseline and scored to get the Sooners within 1. A 14-2 run for Oklahoma, but the answer comes from Weathersby, who's had a good night. Shot clock trickles down to 10. Chavez inside to Williams. Caught under the bucket and somehow angled it in. Gators will try to get one away. 5 seconds. They've got time. DeZecco pulls up and fires. Off the mark. We got a good fourth quarter in store. Florida once led by 13. Oklahoma has chipped it down to 3. Headed to the 4th. This matchup here, McGill and Van, has been one to watch in the second half. McGill steps through and scoots to the bucket.
She is so patient. Those two have developed, especially over the last couple of weeks.
A tough catch again for Beers. Chavez 3, and that's good. Beers at that high post. Dumped down for Verhulst, who reverses it in with a foul call against Reynolds. Been tied in this contest. And the Gators turn it over. Trying to get it into Yitch, but thrown away by Reynolds. And Verhulst gives the Sooners the lead.
And that provided that wide open lane uncontested to the rim.
2-point lead for Oklahoma. McGill Just probing until she finds enough space, but that was a tough shot trying to get it over Beers. Zaya Van, uncontested, knocks down the three. That's her 4th made triple tonight. DeZico gives them something. Huge three. Chavez probes. Verhulst rescues it with 2. That'll keep you on the floor.
Well, and that's why she plays 34 minutes a game.
8-point Oklahoma advantage, 16 points, 9 boards, and 3 assists for Verhulst. Over the top,
nice.
Reynolds with a big bucket. And the Oklahoma lead is a 3-possession lead with under a minute to go. McGill's had a great night, 29 points, needs offense from elsewhere, and O'Neal provides it on this trip with her 2nd made 3. And Oklahoma will snap their 2-game skid against top 5 foes and win their 19th straight home game against non-conference opponents. But it was a tough one against the Gators, who were game and led by 13 before Jenny Baranczyk's offense found its rhythm